Greetings and welcome back everyone. If you like these daily crypto analysis videos, hit the like button and subscribe. Please share these videos with your friends to help the channel grow. I'm Crypto Snake, back again to discuss some Bitcoin analysis. One thing in particular that I want to discuss today is, have we hit the peak on this small bull rally? I do believe we may actually be experiencing the peak for this week as we head into the weekend. And if you don't know, in the Bitcoin space, weekends are generally very bad. We normally see the volume drop off and the price tends to slump from that. But without any further ado, let me dive into the technical analysis here. So on the 1-day SAR, we are still descending, and the Kijun-sen, after breaking from this plateau that we formed after this manipulation dump, was declining sharply and actually has started to level off a little bit on its descent. It's still very much declining, and I would expect the price to kind of side trade for a little bit before diving back and attempting a return to that Kijun-sen, unless I see this Kijun-sen come back up, which is very unlikely at this point. The Chikou span is actually within price, narrowing near the top of the price. I think it's going to continue moving through the price, which is why I say we may see a little bit of side trading within this 65.25 to 6,400 or so resistance and support lines before we actually get a massive dump down. Moving down to the 4-hour chart, the RSI has actually extended into the overbought territory. The price has broken through the 61 previous support and now resistance area, and we have made several attempts at this 65.25 resistance as well. We did break up above it very shortly before being rejected back down. We did have a bullish candle moving up through the resistance and then a bearish engulfing candle moving right back down, which is very bearish. It's all indicating to me that we have actually hit our peak as we're producing lower highs. Price has pulled back to the 4-hour Kijun-sen, and the Kijun-sen has started to plateau, indicating possible support building, which is why I say that we could start side trending through the channel before a potential breakdown. I'm still waiting on some confirmation on the 4-hour chart to see some SAR dots posted above and a descent of the Kijun-sen before I actually call this absolutely complete 100%. Right now I'm about 20% sure that can go up, about 80% sure that it's very likely to go down. I've received a lot of questions asking me where I think it might drop to. And to answer that question, I'm going to have to go back to the 1-day chart, but I'm also going to cover the overall market cycle in this video as well, just so I can lay out where exactly I think the price will go, as I do believe that Bitcoin has in fact bottomed out and the market cycle is nearly complete. We have started to post some higher lows, so I'm expecting this price to not break through that 6,000 level again. I do believe a breakdown from here could hit between the 6,200 to 6,000 price range, and in my previous videos I did lay out a bear flag that was forming on the 1-day chart here. Now I do believe that we are going to break down, but I don't think it's going to be a bear flag, as I do believe that we've extended this bear flag too far out to actually complete the formation. But I do think this will inevitably break down from this level back down to in between the 6,200 to 6,000 range. That being said, and before I get on with my explanation of the market cycle, if you'd like to join my free Telegram for insights on the market, including Bitcoin, altcoins, and a sneak peek to my personal entries and exits, join t.me/cryptosnakepit. Links directly to the chat and a link on how to install Telegram, which is a free chat program I use to communicate with my VIPs, in the description below. We've also been pulling some savage gains this month in the VIP group. You can also see a preview of the gains we've made this month, and right now I'm getting geared up for some massive gains for the next bull run. I have given out a list of potentially discount altcoins I plan to ride for the next bull run to my VIPs. If you want information on how to get into the VIP group to be part of these trades, the information is also in the description below. Now before I get on to my overview of the market cycle here, let's go ahead and cover the actual market cap today. The market cap is sitting almost exactly at 201 billion. Very close to that 200 billion threshold that we did cross. It's a very bullish cross to go through there. Now the fact that we're teetering back on that 200 billion is not good moving into the weekends. As I said, volume does tend to drop, and if we break through that 200 billion mark, that could be a catalyst for a massive drop, as it could scare some investors. Overall, the altcoin market has been up and down. I did manage to pull a 10% trade this morning on ZRX, which I did share with my VIPs, as I saw that position was accumulating and moving for a nice little pump. But most of the market right now is stagnant or staying around the -3 to +5%. Moving to the overall Bitcoin dominance right now, we did still break down from that 58%. We have been starting down on a very nice slope. We did see a slight increase up to the 56%, and we've started to continue back up to that 56% threshold again as the price has moved into this uncertain range, which has pulled a lot of people out of their altcoins. As you can see, we are starting to side trend for the past 2 days, give or take, in this range, so that has caused a lot of people to fear that a potential dump is coming. And on to a really quick news story here on Ethereum. Ethereum records highest daily trading volume in 12 months. This nice volume pump is actually good to see in Ethereum, as we've just been suffering massive dumps. This increased volume on Ethereum has actually been very good to see. as we have just been continually descending down. And this nice market pump does actually coincide with the warning I gave to my VIPs, and I also posted in a couple of videos that I did believe Ethereum was very likely to pump back up to this Kijinsen, where we made some massive gains in the VIP group. And as I said, I am actually starting to scoop up some Ethereum here, getting ready for the next bull run. But moving on from that, I want to go over the actual market cycle here. As cryptocurrency has basically become a stock market, we do actually go through the same market cycle that a stock market does. This is basically an overview of the cycle that every single market goes through. There's the takeoff, the first sell-off, and a bear trap. People get out of the market. Oh, no, okay, this was nice for some quick gains. They get out, they leave, they think it's going to fall. Then the media takes hold of it, takes it up to a higher height. Enthusiasm, people start going, oh my God, have you heard about this? Think January, this is January, the greed starts hitting. Oh, delusion, oh, Bitcoin's at 15K. Is it going to go to 20K? No, it's going to go to 100K. New paradigm hits 20K. See, we told you it's going to keep going. Oh, a little bit of a fall here. No, this can't be happening. This is denial. It's absolute denial. Then the bull trap, which we saw on the chart here as well. Let me just zoom out to the 1 day here. You can see this is the new paradigm. This is the denial level. Can't actually be falling here. Here's the bull trap. People start getting into it down here. Goes back up. Dumps again. When they hit this level, they say, oh, okay, well, it's returned to normal. It's going to side trend from here. This is the new low. This is the new low at 17,000. Then, of course, it starts to drop. And this is where we start getting the fear and the capitulation. Investors take their money out of the market at this point. They accept their losses and move on. A lot of the holders continue down, all the way down into this despair area, and then we get a return to the mean. This does continue through the market cycle. Now, just to show this in Bitcoin's price history, you can see this has actually happened many times. We do have this massive bubble pop, bubble up, and then a bubble pop down to this bear market low, another bubble to a low, another bubble to a low, and this is now the fourth bubble that we've been on with Bitcoin. So why do I want to bring up this market cycle now? The reason I want to bring up this market cycle for you guys is to not get depressed with this market when you see it going like this and reducing volume. Oh, it's producing smaller pumps. That's actually a very good thing. That basically means that it's starting to stabilize, which means we can start moving on this next bull run. Now that we've produced our lowest low at the 5,900 level, the next lows were up at the 6,100 area. Again, another support found at 6,100. This marks that we have almost completed this market cycle. We still do have a little bit longer to go. I'm expecting a drop down here, possibly one more pump before we continue back onto this trend and move bullish for the rest of the year. And as I said, if you were to actually put this market cycle over this graph exactly, it's not an exact science, but it matches up relatively closely. We saw this through the stock market. We've seen it in cryptocurrency and Bitcoin previously through these last bubble pops, continually through. That's why I think 20,000 will easily be seen again once this market cycle continues. You see this descending volume here. One thing I want to emphasize on this Bitcoin price history is this third bubble. Again, if you coincide this chart with the previous one, it matches up almost exactly. And we have actually hit our higher low point on the fourth bubble as well, around that 5,900 area. Where I believe we are in this market cycle right now is I believe we're on the second pump through this market cycle. So after one more pump, it's very likely that we could see a nice continuation of this bull trend moving up through the rest of the year. That's it for my technical analysis today. Just to summarize, I do believe we have hit our peak and we will very likely be continuing down. We are unlikely to test the 1 day cloud. Currently, I'm staying out of any short or long trades until I get confirmation of a bear trend on the 4-hour cloud. But before I wrap this video up, I just want to say good luck on your trades this week. Please join me in my free Telegram at t.me/CryptoSnakePit, where I give up to the minute updates on Bitcoin and my personal exits and entries for the private VIP group. Also included is our private VIP chat, where you can chat with many of our experienced savage traders, get personal technical analysis from me, and answer any questions you might have. This is CryptoSnake, signing off.